But essentially, you work to get the metrics that get you noticed. Okay? So if there are awards and you find out what the awards are, I was top 5%, for example, where I used to work before getting this role. So you get the awards, you participate in projects that allow you to get to work with different groups in the organization, and that helps you increase your profile. You participate and volunteer to be on different committees, and that gives you sort of a leadership role within your team and within the larger team in your company. In terms of success stories, I think getting this job with the level of preparation that I got accustomed to go through, and the fact that I've learned through networking how to communicate with people. Let's just say that the interactions that I had with my VP giving a reference for me to get the job, with HR getting in touch with the HR partners for the group where I'm working right now, and getting in touch with then the VP who ended up hiring me. The prep that I did for that job, everything, because during the interview, the VP stopped me and said, listen, you know too much. Do you know someone on the team? I said, no, but I had talked to so many people for 2 or 3 years that I knew a lot of stuff about the role. So networking really helped me land my current role.
So I just want to break down that situation because I think it's so important.
Right.
You go in the interview and the interviewer knows you.
Right.
Other people on the team knew you already. And then you're competing against people that they just applied online and they don't know anybody.
Right.
So that's kind of the power networking has.
Absolutely.
Did you want to expand on that a bit?
So when you interview with someone, at the end of the day, you have to make a connection. They're going to hire someone that they feel comfortable with. There's this thing that they call the airport test. The airport test. If you're stuck at an airport with someone, are you going to feel comfortable having a conversation with that person? So if you're already comfortable with the person, you already know about their drive to get in, then it makes more sense to end up hiring that person. What I also did, from what I learned in networking, is once I passed that second round interview, I wanted the job so bad. I wanted to do something that people most don't do. So I went ahead the weekend before my Monday second round interview. I went ahead and I wrote a 3-page essay on what was going on in financial markets. So I talked about the Fed in the U.S. I talked about the price of oil. I talked about the sovereign debt crisis in Europe. I talked about growth, lagging growth in Asia, in China. So by the time I show up on Monday morning, the VP shows up and says, I read your essay, it's pretty good. People don't usually do this. And you know what? I pretty much had the role at that point.